So let's talk about the sleep disorder known as insomnia, where people find it difficult to get to sleep, or some to even stay asleep, I suppose. How common is this condition?
Yeah, thank you very much, Joey, and to our viewers. Sleep disorders, and especially insomnia, which is basically what Joey has explained, a subjective dissatisfaction with the quality or quantity of your sleep that leads you to either have difficulties falling asleep or actually staying asleep, is quite common, and it's actually the most common of all the sleep disorders that we have. Mm-hmm. We definitely have several sleep disorders, and what we know is that about a third of the people who attend a general practice, or outpatient service, have some problems with sleep, and more so falling asleep and maintaining that sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, in order for a condition to actually be diagnosed as insomnia, because it might be just that someone is just going through some stressful times at work and you're having trouble sleeping that week or so, but what does it take to be actually diagnosed with this condition?
Okay. For you to make a diagnosis of insomnia, insomnia can be a symptom and can actually be the disorder itself.
Okay.
So there should be a difference between the symptom and the disorder, because a lot of us, and we all know, always miss sleep once in a while or find it difficult to actually fall asleep or even to maintain sleep, especially when you have worries. But to make a diagnosis of insomnia, we expect this satisfaction. It's a subjective dissatisfaction. That is, you as an individual feel that you take so long to get sleep. And of course, there's a standard measure, though there's a variation in what it takes people, but naturally would expect you to be like 30 minutes in bed, you should actually have fallen off. Yeah, okay. Between 20 to 30 minutes, you should have actually fallen off to sleep. Okay. And again, once you get sleep, you should be able to sleep till morning. Yeah. Till the time you expect to wake up
throughout the night.
Yeah, so we really don't even expect you to wake up 30 minutes before your expected time. That would also be another problem for you. And therefore, we talk about different types of insomnia, where the initial insomnia is where you are taking more than 30 minutes to get to sleep. Then there's the initial insomnia, and then we also have the terminal insomnia, which is when you wake up early, and then we have what we call the maintaining of the sleep, that you may have difficulties that you wake up and you find it difficult to go back to sleep. Again, when you wake up at night, it's not strange, but you should be able to get back to sleep again within the same kind of period. In about 20 minutes, but even in about 10 minutes, you should actually be able to fall asleep. And I think most of us have actually experienced that.
Yeah.
That you find that you wake up at night and then suddenly you don't even know when you fell off, when you fell to sleep again, because of what happens. So you need to have experienced this issue of either falling asleep, difficulty falling asleep, or maintaining your sleep at least 3 times a week for a period of about 3 months.
For it to be diagnosed as...
For it to be diagnosed.
Insomnia.
Yes, and it should be causing you some significant distress. Either you are not able to perform well at work, or you are having emotional problems, like irritability, you find you are having a foul mood, a lot of anger during the day.
A lot of people also report that they're sleepy during the day,
yes,
but they can't sleep at night. So that's also related, right?
No, that is a difference, because we have different type of sleep disorders. That's actually another sleep disorder.
Okay.
Yeah, because here we are saying you don't have any reason why you should not fall asleep.
Okay.
Yeah, but here you are experiencing a difficulty falling asleep and maintaining sleep, but there is no reason why you should actually not be able to sleep. Okay. But the people who have a change that they sleep during the day and not sleep at night, we refer to that as a circadian rhythm problem. Okay. Yeah, okay. Because naturally we are supposed to sleep at night, and be awake during the day.
Right.
Yeah, and we have what we call a sleep-wake cycle in their brain. So the brain knows that there's a time I'm supposed to sleep. Yeah, but some people, their cycle changes. Yeah, so that's totally different.
Okay.
It's one of the many sleep disorders or a group of sleep disorders, but we don't refer to it as insomnia. Insomnia is basically dissatisfaction with your quality and quantity of sleep with experience of difficulty initiating sleep or maintaining sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, falling asleep or staying asleep.
You also talked about it being that it could be an underlying cause of something else, of another disorder that someone could be experiencing. Could you talk to us about that?
So it's like we are asking what is the cause of insomnia. Yeah, insomnia has several causes, and mainly a symptom of another disease. We can actually broadly classify the causes of insomnia in those that are caused by medical conditions, those that are caused by mental illnesses, can refer to them as psychological or psychiatric conditions, and those that are caused by use of substance, where substance here is a recreational substance or a recreational drug, and also use of medications that are given in the hospital. Then we also have those that are due to some not very good sleep habits. Yeah, it's just a sleep habit that is making you not sleep, but not that there's really a major problem underlying it, such that once you look at your sleeping habits and you make them healthy, you'll just find yourself being able to fall back to get your sleep.
Is there a certain group of people that is more likely to be affected by insomnia? Whether it's regarding gender, age, I mean, does it vary, or what is the case there?
Yes, when we look at who are those who are most likely to suffer from insomnia, one, a lot of disorders that we see, and especially in psychological content, have some basis of predisposition, because you'll find that there are people who are genetically vulnerable. It's not that they have inherited the disorder itself, but they have some genetic predisposition, either in terms of their personality or basically just in terms of their lineage. Yeah. So there are those who are vulnerable. And this is the difference, that you can be with somebody for a long time. You could have been somewhere working for 2 days, but this person from then on has disorganization in their sleep, whereas for you, you'd find that there's no problem. So normally there's the issue of vulnerability or predisposition to developing that. Then we also have the bit of inheritance, that if you have there's some genetic vulnerability that has been confirmed in research, that there are people who are likely to develop insomnia, based on some of the genes that are found in their systems. So that is also a possibility. And then, of course, sometimes also the nature of people's illnesses or their personality. Yeah, if you are a very anxious person, you may also find it quite a bit difficult in really getting to fall asleep or stay asleep, because then you may find yourself more towards worrying a lot. And worry is one of the things that would actually not make you fall asleep, or anxiety. Yeah. Yes.
What is the prognosis for treatment when it comes to insomnia? That, you know, I've gotten diagnosed, I know this is a major problem. What are the steps then for being treated for this condition?
When one is diagnosed and treatment is required, of course we want to make the right diagnosis. Yeah, I've already said that, like, we have several sleep disorders. So one, we must be able to ascertain that it's insomnia. Yeah, and then again, after making the right diagnosis, is insomnia, what are the causes? What are the possible underlying causes in the individual that we are, that is in front of us, that we want to treat? So one would want to rule out all the other all the possibilities, or even rule them in so that you are able to treat them. And then again, the third is actually reassuring the client, because normally, you know, when you think that I'll not be able to sleep for the rest of my life, yeah, and then of course when you awake during the day and awake during the night, you have too much things to do, yeah, and that becomes very worrisome. Right. Of course, we know that the sleep is very important for the body, so it means then that you'll not be able to achieve the functions of sleep. Yeah, because it's not that we sleep because we don't have anything to do. Yeah, sleep itself has several functions to the body, even for those who sometimes say that they don't need to sleep.
Yeah, there are people who say I only need, 3 hours and I'll be okay.
Sleep has an important function in our body for us to be able to restore our energies and even to conserve your energy. For one to be able to consolidate their memories, they need to sleep. Yeah, we do so much, but for you to be able to have it arranged in a manner that you can be able to retrieve it even 10 years to come. Because otherwise, how do you remember what happened a long time ago? Yeah. The brain needs to go into a mode that it's able to arrange. Just the way we arrange our music in the CD.
Yeah.
or our files in the computer. In the same way, the brain also has to arrange all those things that we were doing during the day and let that be consolidated.
Yeah.
Even for temperature regulation, I mean, for us to keep warm and cold, sleep is very necessary to help us regulate the body temperature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on sleeping medication? Because that can be a tricky area in terms of people getting addicted to that having that remedy of, if I just take this pill and I can sleep, quickly. And
in terms of treatment, actually, we are not finished. But what we are saying is, we get the pill as a last resort. Yes, and also as a last resort, in that we will have dealt with if there are any behavioral lifestyle issues that are making us not be able to sleep, what sometimes referred to as sleep hygiene, then one needs to deal with that. And normally when you look at that and you work on it, you find that you'll be able to sleep. Because there are things that we do that actually would not even allow you to sleep. If you stimulate your brain when you are just about to sleep, you're only making it alert. Yeah, you're only making it alert, and sometimes people ask, what are some of these things that stimulate our brains? Yeah, some of the stimulants that we take, whether it's alcohol, whether it's nicotine, in terms of cigarettes, whether it is coffee.
Yeah, caffeine.
Yeah, caffeine, or anything that has caffeine. Even in the tea there is caffeine. Yeah, in the drinks that we take, the cola drinks and all those, there is caffeine. So anything that has caffeine is going to stimulate you. Alcohol, finally a depressant, but it will also cause problems with sleep. And of course, the bit of the medication that we use, the TV that we watch at night,
the phones that we have in our hands.
Yes,
while we're in bed.
when you SMS, WhatsApp, and all that, you are in Facebook. Yeah, all those are stimulating things. So if you stimulate your brain, you're actually telling the brain, be awake. And then now you are saying, I can't sleep. Yeah, which means that there's some behavioral lifestyle things that are actually making us not sleep. Yeah. Then, of course, once we finish about the lifestyles, when it comes to medication, it is not just popping the pill. Yeah, there are also a lot of medications that we use for flu and all that. They'll cause some aspect of sedation, but it doesn't mean that they're going to cause you to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to interfere with your normal sleep.
So it won't be a natural...
Yeah. It's not going to be a natural sleep. So once we make a diagnosis that you have a problem with initiating sleep, we have medication specifically for initiating sleep. And if it is staying asleep, maintaining sleep, we have those drugs that will have the effect on maintaining the sleep. Because that is what some of the diagnoses we need to be making. So what is the problem? And therefore, we are going to give you the medication for what is required. But we don't expect you to just be picking any pill, because sometimes also they take them and then they feel nothing has happened. But before we are actually able to confirm sometimes exactly what is happening, sometimes when one has a chronic phase or a persistent insomnia, there are tests that we do that can actually give us the whole pattern of your sleep, and we can exactly see where we need intervention. Yeah, there are some tests that can be done. Yeah, one can be able to study the whole sleep pattern of an individual. Those 8 hours or 10 hours, what happens in your sleep and which aspect of the sleep is disturbed, because we have 2 types of sleep. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When it comes to keeping a regular sleep schedule, how important is that in fighting insomnia?
Yes, that's a major contributor to actually managing insomnia. Yeah, what we refer to as sleep hygiene. So one of the first things that one must need to maintain is, first you need to know, are you a short sleeper or a long sleeper? Yeah. Do you need 6 hours or less, or do you need 9 or 10 hours for you to be satisfied with your sleep? Remember, we talked about a subjective dissatisfaction. Yeah, because then sleep needs are different. Yeah, people have different requirements of sleep needs. Yeah, you'll do 6 hours, you are good to go. When you go to 8, you are again having a problem. I may be able to do 9 hours. That's when I'm good to go. When I do 6, I feel I'm not happy with the quantity of my sleep. Yeah. So once you know the number of hours that makes you gives you satisfaction, or makes you wake up fresh and feeling that, yes, I slept last night. Yeah. Of course, we don't expect very few hours, yeah, because we say that about 6 to 8 hours is what is required for an adult. Yes, yeah. An average of about 7 hours. 6 to 8 hours is okay, but there are people who still have slightly less than 6 hours, but they don't have a problem. Because remember the issue of subjective dissatisfaction. But of course, we talk about 6 hours because we also require a number of cycles of sleep in a night. Yeah, for you to have all the functions of the sleep achieved. So once you are able to get your number of hours, then the next important thing is that you need to maintain your waking up time. So for you to maintain your waking up time, what does that mean? It will force you
to sleep at the same time.
Yes, yeah.
Right.
You know, a lot of people always have these discussions of, must I sleep at the same time? But we are telling you, you need to be waking up at the same time. Yeah, because we tell you that when you wake up earlier, there's something that is going to happen to the brain. It will still feel that I've not finished my last cycle of sleep. Yeah. So you need to wake up at the same time every morning. That should be your target.
Okay.
That at 4 a.m. I should be up. At 8 a.m. I should be up.
So is this regardless of whether it's a weekday or weekend? Because I know some people who will not sleep during the week because they're busy with work and then say, I'll just catch up my hours over the weekend.
Now that is where we cause a problem, because we have a sleep-wake cycle. We have a clock that knows that this time I should be awake, this time I should be asleep. So this irregularity in sleep is what starts causing problems bit by bit, until you're like, now, okay, I slept well over the weekend, but now I can't get any sleep on Monday, or I can't sleep well. Yeah, but Saturday and Sunday I sleep well. So we are saying that you should be able to maintain that waking time even over the weekends. Yeah, it should be a daily thing. Yeah, it should be a daily thing.
A regular occurrence.
Yes.
So for someone watching who might think that they are suffering from insomnia right now, has had trouble sleeping or staying asleep for quite a while now. You said medication is the last resort. So if they're coming to see you, what can they expect in terms of treatment, in terms of maybe dealing with the issues that are happening in their lives that are causing this?
Yes, when they come to see me, definitely, as I said, we'll do an assessment. We'll find out what their lifestyle is like, their sleep, and their medical status. Yeah, if they have any of the conditions, because we have several conditions that would cause sleep problem, simply because of the nature of the condition or the symptoms of the medical condition that they're having, can make them have difficulty falling asleep. Like if you have pain. Yeah. So if I'm going to give you a sleeping pill, when you have pain, you will not sleep. Yeah, you will not sleep. You will be drowsy, but you will not sleep. So we need to tackle the pain. Yeah. So I am not the right person to manage your medical condition. I will refer you to the physician or whoever. Yeah. It's a surgical condition, whatever, to the right specialist to take care of you. And when that is managed, definitely sleep will come, because we are not able to sleep because of pain. If it's a flu, once it's managed, sleep will come. So we don't have to interfere with your natural cycle. We only need to deal with what is making you not be able to attain or achieve your natural cycle of sleep. Yeah. But then if I've done all the assessments, of course, for us, we also have conditions: anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and of course substance use disorder. People who take a lot of alcohol, cannabis, people who take heroin will have problems with sleep, or cocaine. So we will not go direct to the sleep. We want to see what can we do. Of course, if it is depression, some of the medications that we give you will be able to improve your sleep. Without necessarily giving you the sleeping pill. But then when it is necessary that we give you the sleeping pill, then we'll give you for a very short period of time.
Exactly.
Just to be able to initiate, to help the brain or the body get back to its normal. It's just helping it to achieve its normal, but it should not be like the permanent. It should not be like a permanent solution.
When we talk about a shorter period of time, what are we talking about? Several weeks? Oh, 5 days.
Yes.
Wow.
Initial one is just 5 days. Then let's see. Because you see, what we need is just improvement. Then the body will now pick. And at the same time, we are dealing with those things that are interfering with sleep. It's not that we are just in the sleep. There are a lot of people who insist that, oh, my problem is just sleep, just give me a sleeping pill. But then we still sit them down. No. why are you losing sleep if you are sleeping before? Yeah.
Yeah,
unless you are born without sleep, which I've not had, but otherwise, why are you losing sleep now? If you used to be to sleep very well, why are you losing sleep now? So that is a question that we always want to answer in treatment.
So you've told us 6 to 8 hours on average for an average adult is what we need to be maintaining, and also that we need to maintain our regular sleep cycles. Yes. So that means waking up at the same time and maybe falling asleep at the same time.
Definitely for you to wake up at the same time. If you need 6 hours to feel fresh, then it means you will start sleeping.
What's the most important thing that you'd like someone to take away from this conversation today? I know we've focused specifically on insomnia, but you focus on other sleep disorders as well. What's the most important thing for a viewer to take away from this conversation? Yeah,
from this conversation, I want to let the viewers know that there are several sleep disorders, and insomnia is one of them. We definitely have several sleep disorders in terms of there are those also who sleep a lot. What we refer to as hypersomnolence. They sleep a lot during the day, not at night. During the day. Then we have also those who have problems with breathing when they are sleeping. The ones who snore a lot and sleep apneas, all that. Again, we also have those who have circadian rhythm problems, that they sleep during the day. Sometimes it's because of their work. If you are on night shift, if you are on night shift and that is your work, and then suddenly you are told now you come during the day, sometimes you may experience that because of the nature of your work. Whereas some, their cycle changes. Probably because of some things, because definitely, let's say like if you are going to be on Facebook, or on your phone up to 4 a.m. Or up to 5 a.m. Then you decide that you sleep up to 12. You already start changing your cycle. Such that you'll start realizing that, oh, at night I don't feel sleepy. It's only towards morning that I feel sleepy.
So once you disrupt that cycle.
Once you disrupt the cycle, then that would be an issue. In terms of sleep hygiene, it's important that one notices or realizes that they need to rise up at the same time. They need to avoid stimulants, anything that would make the body more alert in the evening.
Does that include exercise?
Yes. That is one of the most important things. People go to the gym in the evening. Sometimes I wonder. Okay, sometimes they say that it makes them tired. But what does the gym do? Makes you feel good and more alert, isn't it?
You've got the endorphins going.
Yes, and that is what now tells the brain we need to be alert. That is produced. Forget about the physical tiredness, because even the physical tiredness, you'll not feel tired because you're happy about what you are doing. So sometimes you may not actually feel the tiredness. But the other things that happen, the endogenous hormones or chemicals that are released in the brain, are the ones that are going to send information to the brain that now we are ready for anything. Now we are alert. So exercises in the evening are really not one thing that is encouraged. Exercise should be done early in the day. We should really reduce stimulation towards evening. A lot.
What about people who have their meals quite late in the day?
Yes, that is the other thing. Avoid eating heavy meals towards bedtime. You should be eating a bit earlier. Talk about 3 hours before bedtime.
3 hours before bedtime, it's advisable.
It is advisable. 2 to 3 hours, 3 would actually be the best.
Wow.
Because we are saying it's allowing the intestinal enzymes or the GIT to do its work, so that by the time you are going to sleep, there's not much blood that needs to go anywhere. Because actually the first phase of sleep has very little activity going on in the body. The body comes to like zero. When you start sleeping.
So at that point you're not digesting anything.
Yes. But now if you're going to have a full stomach, you'll be turning. You'll feel uncomfortable, and that will also give you issues with sleep. And so avoid late meals, and especially heavy meals. Make them light. And of course we've talked about not stimulating. A hot bath just before sleeping increases the necessity to sleep. A hot bath is one of the things that are encouraged.
That's helpful.
So in terms of sleep hygiene, when you do that, And of course, make your bed comfortable. Yeah, you need to sleep on a comfortable bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your whole space, I think, should be inviting. It shouldn't be a
yes,
place
the bedroom should be a place for sleeping.
Yeah.
We don't need to put so many things in the bedroom. Yeah. So we should know that when you are getting to the bedroom, you are going to sleep. Yeah. We should actually avoid resting in the bed. No, avoid resting in the bed.
Just during the course of your day.
Yeah, because avoid resting in the bed. Rest on the seat. So that when you get to bed, it's I've come to sleep.
Yeah, your body.
And we also say that if you go to the bed and you find you are not sleeping, please get out. Don't spend time there waiting for sleep to come. Get out, do something else, then come back. Now I want to sleep.
Right. As you said, within 30 minutes.
Yeah, 20 to 30 minutes one should be off. Some people, a lot of people, 10 minutes.
Wow.
But it's encouraged 20 to 30 minutes is acceptable.
Okay.
So if you find yourself spending more than 30 minutes, no, there are issues now. It's taking you longer to sleep.
Yeah.
And then if you wake up at night, people wake up because the first cycle of sleep, which we call the non-rapid eye movement, is kind of a deep sleep. Then you come to like you are awakening a bit, in the rapid eye movement. Then again you get into the second, into this non-rapid eye movement. So there's that bit that the body, you are a bit awake, and sometimes people say like, I woke up at night and I saw you standing and I don't know what happened. So what time did you sleep, or had you woken up? You're asking probably your partner or the people in the room. I saw, or I had movements. But before you act, because the body cannot move, before you act, you are again off to sleep. Yeah, that is allowed. So but when you spend 30 minutes, when you wake up that time and you take another 20 minutes to get back to sleep, there's a problem.
That's also problematic.
Yeah, there's a problem.
Wow. Well,
so the bedroom should just be for sleeping and with a comfortable bed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Very, very many tips that we've picked up. Hopefully, everyone watching at home has learned something as well about your preferred sleep patterns and some of the things that we can do to fight insomnia. So that's all the time we have this morning. Dr. Francisca Amecha, thank you so much for being here on Power Breakfast and sharing some health tips.